Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You are watching Expoz, May 16, 2011, 1:14 a.m., Birmingham, Alabama. Topic: Proof. God will bring judgment to America. And I can give you the information right here, and you can see it for yourself. What I have right now that I'm going to give you, I'm not going to give them again, but I have 21 meetings with Israel, 21 disasters upon America. That would be impossible. The odds would far exceed 100 billion to 1 of these coming to pass and being true. Okay, I'm going to give you some verses if you want to write them down. And these will tell you, God says, these are my people. This is what I'll do to you if you hurt them or if you divide them. And Zechariah chapter 12, verse 3, verse 6, and verse 9. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 1, 4, and 6. Chapter 36, verse 5. Chapter 36, verse 8 through 11. Chapter 36, verse 12. Chapter 36, verse 23 and 24. Psalms 105, verse 9. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. In total, over 50 meetings and 50 events between the U.S. and Israel in some sort of peace talk, giving up land for peace deals. We've had 50 tragedies or disasters by each meeting that we had with Israel. And if you want to bet that number, the number would probably go from 1 to 1 trillion. In other words, 1 in a trillion that'll come up is a fulfilled prophecy. Different attempts with Israel at different levels will bring on a disaster of a different magnitude. Example, in 2005, America had Israel to give up the Gaza Strip. That is the very day Hurricane Katrina struck America, the day that they gave up the Gaza Strip. If this is a gauge, this is what will happen if the United States urges Israel to give up or divide Judea, Samaria, or the mountains of Israel. These three things are die-hard important, and Israel will die before they give them up. Those are the three. And I'm going to skip a little bit, and then I'm going to come back to it, but I'm going to read you something here. And it'll tell you a little bit about this, what I just read to you. America is ringed with massive earthquake faults. The New Madrid fault runs through the center of the country, forcing Israel to divide the covenant land, might cause God to divide America by a massive earthquake. So this is really, I mean, it could be horrible. You know that since 1991, God has warned America every way possible. Whatever the United States attempts with Israel, according to Obadiah, the same will happen to America. 911 and Hurricane Katrina is all the proof we need. All right, and the other that I wanted to go ahead and finish and read to you was you can find this, what all these things that I told you at Sid Roth. Go to Sid Roth and then type in the burden for America. It'll have all this information there. And go to the Jerusalem Post. They have real-time events that's going on in Israel today, events about upcoming meetings. The only thing they're not disclosing are the content of those meetings. So if you go and you check out Sid Roth there, I believe that you will find everything that I'm telling you indeed would be frightening, but true. And but I just wanted to say, God's not doing it. We're doing it to them. It's just like, well, you know what I'm talking about. We're told not to do something, but when we go behind his back and do it, we get punished. And the severity of those punishments will increase because now the things that are left that we are asking for are critical to Israel. We're asking them to give up West Jerusalem. That's not going to happen. So if they go in Friday and talk about everything but giving up land, then I'm confident we won't have an earthquake on that day. But if they go in on that Friday and Obama goes in with an attitude, or even with ice cream on his lips, whatever, and sweet talks Benjamin Netanyahu and says, now, oh, Ben, if y'all just give up half of Jerusalem down there so the Palestinians can have call that their capital, when that comes out of his mouth, the people along the New Madrid Fault will feel the strike from God, his judgment, by what we did in Washington just moments before. So that is important. And all we can really do is pray about it. And just pray that God spares you. I wanted to give that to you, and I hope it will be helpful. And I appreciate you guys for watching it. I see a lot of activity on the last 5 or 6 blogs, and I wouldn't be doing these like this, but I'm pretty much, things I look for are jumping out at me, so it's really hard to miss them. It usually takes me a while to research, but last night, every time I'd go to look for something, it was like every time the first place I looked, there it was. So I think the urgency was put on me by a higher power to give to you. So please take it to heart and pray for America. Really pray for America and pray for Israel. And today Israel's going through 2 fronts, 2 battles right now. Right now it's just rock throwing and fire grenades, but it could get much worse. So pray for them and pray that Friday will go off much better than what I'm thinking. Jody Wolf, Expoz.